Hey guys, meet robots once again. Gray and Eric here. We're chatting with our buddy Zane today. Zane is the man behind that brand new fancy ass logo we just got.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So we're just kind of hanging out right now.
Zane's actually doing some new stuff with the logo.
Yeah, we're making a few little edits. We figured we'd record and.
Yeah, you see that those two angles at the very bottom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now it's so evident.
That's what it looks like after I just corrected this. I just have to go through and line that up a little more and get that angle right. And then I went through and changed that angle up there so it matches this more.
So this program, I mean, it looks very similar to Photoshop, but it is obviously not.
Well, you see,
it's also by Adobe.
Take a look at this. Watch, if I select this, you see how this whole object is traced.
It's very similar to
So can you just like pull the outlines and like change it however you want?
Just do.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is so weird. I would never. Yeah, it's not like a drawing.
Yeah, it's like think of South Park when you think of Illustrator, and like everything you do on Illustrator is like you're making something out. Like one of my classes, the first thing we did is we drew a picture out of cutting out a paper. And then you glued it all on top of each other. So it's the same exact thing. You're drawing.
Yeah, you have layers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's all layers. And the layer management is a bit different than how Photoshop is done. But
that's interesting. I've always wanted to kind of learn Illustrator. I feel like
it's really just a matter of just sitting down and just like kind of like thinking about it. Like a lot of times, problems you're going to be having and stuff like that is you're just not approaching it in the right chain of command.
And can you do like paintings and things? Like can you do like digital like?
Yeah, like I've done.
You use Illustrator for that?
That would be your choice of program for doing that.
Really, yeah, I use the pad and then I use a combination. Like I'll use because I'm left-handed. I'll do it like this and I'll like alternate between using mouse and this.
Wait, I don't think I ever knew you were left-handed, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty trippy, because I guess I've never seen you write with a
pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I think, like, Autodesk has, like, their competitor to Illustrator and this and that. That's something interesting. Like, I've never been, like, a really talented, like, visual artist, but with computer programs, I can make some decent, cool stuff. Like, I've made a few kind of cool things in Photoshop, just completely created in Photoshop.
Yeah. I used to like to do mosaics where I get different cool pictures, whether I take them or like I find them on the internet. It was like nature and it's combining different like landscapes together. I enjoy doing that.
This is a Mars travel poster I did a while back, and this is also an Illustrator.
It's a project for school.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That looks pretty legit. I like that.
Like this is like just an opaque
it's like a little shadow. That's cool.
Whoa.
And then you can actually go through.
And I take it the black frame is actually a layer, or is that just the boundaries?
Yeah, is that your canvas right there?
1 second.
All right.
Yo, so Zane, what did you have to say about the
with the whole Donald Trump thing?
Yeah.
Oh, just like the fact that he's a front runner. I can see why people.
Did you watch the debate?
I didn't watch the debate.
Okay,
I saw a bunch of funny videos of his.
Did you guys see the Reddit post? Someone posted with a serious tag. He goes, "Supporters of Donald Trump, why?"
Yeah. Well, you know what it is I feel like he's the first presidential candidate I've seen in a long time who isn't just some pandering asshole.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Who isn't just some guy that's gonna say, "Oh, like I'm gonna reform weed. I'm
like
gonna do
unscripted,
this.
you know?
I'm gonna do that," and then just does none of it because like Obama switched his back on that, and he turned his back. He changed on a bunch of other things, and it's like.
I didn't want to watch it at all because like I really don't enjoy politics, but at the same time I feel like it's important. Like it's for the president, you know. Like I feel like I should be informed. I'm gonna vote, so I want to at least choose someone who I like best or whatever. You know, try to find the best solution. But I didn't watch the primary until last night. I found it on the internet and I watched like the first hour. And honestly, Donald Trump was the only person up there that seemed like he was serious about like doing anything. Like he was a realist person on stage, and like whether you like some of the things he says or not, like he calls people out. He's like, you know what? Like, I'm a big businessman, and I've done hundreds of transactions and deals with people, and on 4 accounts, like one, I use government loopholes that I can manipulate to my advantage. He's like, I do it. I've done it 4 times, significantly made a lot of money off of it.
Oh my god.
And then he's like, you know what? Like, I've given money to all these politicians on stage, and someone's like, no, you didn't give money to me. And he's like, well, I will. Like that's the thing. He's calling people out, and he's like, look, like I understand how this whole thing works.
How, when Arnold Schwarzenegger, I always loved how he'd say, they can't bribe me. I have more money than I know what to do with. Like, just that kind of mentality where it's like, you know, Donald Trump, like, if he becomes president, you know, it's going to kind of change his goals and stuff like that. And he's going to want to get rid of, if his job is to be, you know, making sure that stuff works, I have a feeling that he's kind of the person who would be like, nah, screw you,
And
know.
the other day you're talking about, like, how he's so anti-Mexico and stuff like that. You're like, let me summarize what he has to say. It was like all anti-Mexico. I mean, his whole thing on there, I just want to like say it. His whole like point was illegal immigrants coming in here, like they're getting a free pass because he touched on like,
no, they're
dude,
not.
there's plenty of illegal immigrants from Mexico.
Yeah, there are
way more than any other country.
They don't get a free pass.
Dude, they get amnesty. They've been granted amnesty and shit.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't
Anyways,
mean life is easy.
Anything. Well, that's not really the point. He's just like saying like, go ahead and he said to build a wall. But he's like, let them in like legally. That's his whole thing. I don't know. Like, when I was they were asking him a lot of questions, and he's obviously a big target. And the entire time he's just so real that he doesn't go fuck.
Yeah, look at this dude.
Damn, that's so much detail.
Yeah, that they do like all the continents and everything on the earth and everything's right.
It's so small.
You can't even see the freaking moon.
How big did you print that?
Oh, I haven't printed it all yet.
Oh,
How
big would you print it? How big?
I don't know. Well, I could print it as big as I wanted and
Dude,
all
so
those details. Well, that's the thing with Illustrator is you can blow it up as big as you want because every point is like math. It's like a mathematic point.
Okay.
That there's no loss of
resolution.
Yeah.
Choppiness. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's very
That's
interesting.
so smart.
That's why it's good for logo design.
That's one thing I've always found was interesting in like CAD was like if you look at like an angled line, it looks kind of choppy. It looks like steps. But when you print it, it comes out a perfectly straight line because it's mathematical. It's not actually this monitor's rendering of that line. It's really just.
I think of Illustrator as like a cross between CAD and Photoshop.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
But-
Because there are some like Photoshop, and you like I can do a decent amount with like kerning and leading and stuff like that, and in terms of doing typography work and stuff. So it's pretty useful.
Dude, the way you like that I'm seeing these layers, like how you set this up, it's pretty interesting. Your process on this.
Yeah.
And I guess to answer your question,
This
that
is-
black was a layer because he removed the black and
yeah.
the rest of the image.
We're gonna need to have a copy of this image so we can like show people what we're gawking at.
Yeah. But yeah, you see, like this is just like an opaque.
Here's a bear.
Yeah, like it barely has anything. I built up like a lot of different.
Yeah, there's just like weird lines and clouds and things.
And it
Cool.
looks like each of those clouds is one image that you just copied the layers and just shifted it.
Yeah, for a little bit of that, I did some squiggles and then I just moved it up these back rows like this.
Yeah.
So how long have you been like working in like graphic design and stuff?
It's kind of hard to say because when I first got into it, it was like when I was still salty about not liking engineering at all. So I kind of really didn't get too much out of it. And I mean, like all my class, like I had to actually recently when I decided I really liked it and I wanted to get back into it in the last semester, I actually retook the class. When I first started, I took a class for Illustrator and I didn't get it at all.
You have
You
to
know,
take it a second time or
I
something?
I did have to take it a second time because that's when I ended up like doing that whole Colorado, California thing and I dropped out.
Okay, yeah.
I just it was just I still was salty about that whole engineering thing and it was just like I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I just wanted to take a break. And I came back and I started retaking the classes, and I was like, wow, like, and with
Makes
looking at
sense
it like
now.
with fresh eyes and like not being so stressed out and everything, I was like, wow, this is actually like really cool. You know, like I like working and making things, but I don't like I like how like I've always liked CAD and stuff like that, which is why I did engineering at first, because I thought that that would be cool using those programs. But I didn't like how little creativity you could use in it, and I wanted to get into more.
Oh yeah,
like,
Yeah, I took
CAD
CAD
is
in
such
high
a
school.
stickler. You have to have it perfect, measured out, this and that.
yeah.
I enjoyed the class, but at the same time, I was like, this is a lot of work for something that I don't enjoy all that much. But
Yeah.
that was super interesting. It was a cool class.
There's definitely
I
something
did the
fun
class,
about
and
it.
I remember I finished all the work for it in the first 2 weeks because the teacher laid out everything we needed.
Yeah.
Did you have a
That's what we
workbook that you
did.
used?
Yeah, and I went through and I finished the whole book. I was like, that was fun. And then there was nothing to do, so I played slime soccer.
Oh, that's such a good game, dude.
Me and the kid next to me, because he did the same thing when he saw like we was like, oh, let's just run through this.
I did that in CAD 1, and then in CAD 2, I started with the slime soccer. I started with just blowing everything off, and then I never got everything finished.
Yeah, I kind of did the opposite. I think at the end it was like 200 to 200 on slime soccer. Like we played a lot of rounds of slime soccer.
But yeah, that's cool stuff. And that's definitely speaks to the merit of like taking a little time off. Like,
Yeah, dude, you said the term when you dropped out when you went to Colorado for a little bit, and I feel like that just wasn't a really appropriate word for what you did. I mean, you took time off, but I don't like the term dropping out though, because like
I
I'm not going to
totally
school this
dropped out.
semester.
well,
Well,
but
you're, like,
that's the thing is
mid-semester.
you can come back. It's not like it's permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And you have come back.
It's just one day I was like, I'm not going anymore. And I just,
Was
I
it
just-
mid semester?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
it
pretty
was.
funny.
It was. I was like, I think it was trying to manage all the files on my computer, all the files of paper, and like I didn't get it. And then on top of it all, I was working at Wegmans at the time, and I didn't have Illustrator and stuff on my computer. So the only times I could actually work on stuff for school was when I used the computer lab at school,
Yeah,
and
you
it was
can't,
only
like, yeah.
it was only
Yeah.
open during specific times. So it'd be like I'd only get like two, 3 times a week where I could go work for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it was just stressing me out like that, and then I got like a teacher at MCC who's just a very like hateful person.
Was that English guy, right?
You know, it was a woman. Yeah, it was an English
Was
teacher.
it the one you had to drive to the other location for?
No, this was the one where she was just very rude to people, and she was just like very critical, and she was just. I've never had a teacher that was that toxic.
Come on, aren't there no wrong answers in English?
No,
right?
like I've had teachers that have just been bad experiences and stuff. I mean, everyone has, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
this
it totally comes
teacher,
down to the teacher.
this teacher
Any
was
subject.
very toxic.
He was
And,
so rude.
She was rude, and she referred to herself as a bitch. The only
Oh.
she was like
That's
I'm
self-fulfilling prophecy. right
Yeah,
there. It's
and
like
one time a kid came in. She walked in, and as she was walking to her seat, the bell rang. She was like, "Oh, you're late." And she had just walked in too. And she was like, "Well, you're just standing there." It's like, "Yeah, but I'm the teacher. I can do what I want." She's like, "Don't even try and turn this on me. I'm a bitch. I'll ruin your day." And just
Oh,
like,
what?
yeah, it was like she'd just have these sessions before class where she was just like really rude to everyone.
And you're just like, what? What?
Yeah, it was,
Seriously? Here
um,
for?
I had no fun in that class. It was just after a while I hit a breaking point. She like dropped me and knew it, but waited until like Thanksgiving break to drop me. And then like when we got back from Thanksgiving break, we had a big essay due, and I had it all typed up and everything, and I came in and she like called me out in front of the class and told me that I was like that she dropped me.
Oh, she's like, all the work you used to do was for nothing. Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
That's
and I
so
just like
funny.
I walked down mid conversation and then I just went home and I
You
didn't go.
stopped
I-
replying and walked away.
Yeah,
That's the
I
best
called
move
up.
you could do,
I
man.
called up James and I was like, I need a change of scenery. I'm not go. I can't do this anymore. And
Right.
James is like, let's go to Colorado,
Hmm.
and then just because we were like, yeah, like we were skating a lot and we wanted to go somewhere where we knew there was more skating because we both knew that was something that interested us enough to actually like push towards something. And I mean, at the moment, it wasn't school that was getting me hyped. Now it is. Like, I can't wait for my semester to start up this fall, and I've never felt that way about school ever.
That's a
before.
good feeling, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Like
how I
I'm
felt when I
getting
went to
pretty.
Brockport. I
I'm
was
getting pretty
straight.
stoked.
Right now, my position changed on it, but when my first semester at Brockport, I was so hyped. Second semester, so hyped to get back in there. And I'm just like, nah, I want to do something else right now. Give me some
Yeah.
time off.
But I mean, like, who can really say at like 18, 19, 20 years old that you know what you want to do for the rest
Yeah.
of your life? And how many people get their degree and actually go into the career?
Or if
that
maybe
they've
they're 30 years
chosen?
old and then something changes and they completely switch gears when they're 30. Like,
Yeah.
I really hate that question. What do you want to do? It's
Yeah,
like,
like,
what?
we-
Like, I don't know. What do you want to do? You don't know the answer either.
Like my answer is like I want to
I
I
want
want
to
to go
fun.
take a hike. Like I
Yeah.
want to go lift and I want to do jujitsu and I want to go for hikes. And I think I'm on a good path to sustain that kind of lifestyle. But I mean, it's just a matter of like it's not that there's any really job that gets me
There were some
gets
pretty
me
simple
going.
pleasures too, like going to the gym, pretty cheap.
yeah.
Going on a hike, free. You just got to pay for the gas to go where you
Yeah,
want to go.
Absolutely. So I mean, like, there's things that are like next to free that you can do all day. And
Make
just,
a little bit of an investment and
just
then you're
enjoy.
good.
Yeah.
So Zane was talking about he wanted to go to Colorado and skate. If you don't know Zane, I guess a brief introduction on kind of what he likes to do. Obviously, you're talking the graphic design, but he's pretty big into longboarding. But you used to call it skating, right? Like you don't differentiate.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah, it's a skateboard. But when you see people longboarding, usually you see them like pushing down the street. But Zane and his friend group are pretty heavy into it, where they're doing a lot of the slides. Like here's like the difference between someone who rides a longboard and then someone who like skates hard as you do.
Yeah, I mean, you got the cruisers and you got the downhill guys.
This dude's
You
got
got
like
the tech slides.
5 top decks in his room.
I just like
top
to
mounts.
skate. It's fun. I don't know. It's like going like right now. I've definitely shifted my gears big time, and I've been going really hard in the gym. Like I haven't been I haven't been downhilling in a while.
Damn.
I've just with work and everything and trying to get your logo done, but I've definitely like the
I was
last.
gonna ask how your skating's been lately.
I think like well, I mean, I still like ride around my neighborhood on my like an ollie over things and stuff
Right.
like that. But I haven't been able to get to the hill. I haven't seen like Joey that much lately or too many.
Yeah,
like,
so your
there's not-
crew's dissipated, so you don't skate as much.
I feel like
Yeah.
James is still killing the skating.
Dude, he
Oh, well,
kills it.
but I
It's
feel
a
like
thing.
nobody else is really.
It's the
going
thing,
for
like
it
he
as
has a
much.
lot of. There's like a scene down there where he's living right now. So whereas like
Oh, absolutely. That's a big thing. Is like
yeah, like I mean, people don't really understand that
you need buddies
as
to
much
go
as like
skate with.
individuals make change, it's always the crew, like
Yeah.
group combinations that make the biggest
Who-
waves in society.
who
It's
can-
always when a few people come together that are very interested in a similar goal.
yeah. that's
Whereas
very
when
true.
it's just like one individual, yeah, you can push yourself to crazy levels, but like people really
But
don't
no,
understand what
it's-
having that other person, that rival, that person that you don't want to fall behind, who you're seeing getting better every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
It's
to
not
push
even the
you.
rival, but it's like it's your buddies. Like I can go
It's
and I can
inspiring.
skate.
Nah, it's rivalry, man.
For you, your girls
Nah,
all
that's
rivalry?
just how it is. That's just how.
I don't know. What about inspiration? I think they're totally different, but I
Oh.
think they're just as powerful.
But I mean, as much as like inspiration and everything, I see rivalry as like you just respect someone else enough that you want to stay within their skill level.
So
Like,
even
when I skated
between
with
your
James-
friends, like it was kind of a rivalry, like
Well,
like
definitely between
friendly
me and
competition.
James,
Yeah, like
when we'd skate, if like I remember a couple of times in California where we were just like bombing down a run and we just keep going and going and going, and I'd be like, you slide, and he'd be like, you slide first, and we just keep going down and down and down until we were like both flying, and then we get to a point where like one of us would like crash or something just because it was like
because going like 40 miles per hour down the
slow down.
You know, we're going like 30, 35-ish, and it's like, you know, I don't want to slide first. I want James to slide first so that I can be like,
no, but that's definitely a huge factor in
it's
success.
Definitely like a lot of fun and everything, but at the same time, like I never would have gotten to where I was skating if I didn't have James standing there looking at me the entire time going, why don't you do that? Why don't you do this?
Yeah,
you know,
and I mean, like when I used to skate with you guys a bunch, it would be like if like somebody was busting down an awesome slide, I would be like, damn, I can't be the worst guy in the group.
Yeah,
I got to keep working on my slides.
I mean, then one day you came with us, you got stand-up slides down on the first day, and you wouldn't have even been like trying those if you weren't watching us do them effortlessly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And like it's like a slide jam I go every year.
So I mean,
after I go, I can feel a significant increase in my like how more confident I am in skating.
Oh yeah, but I mean like the motivation, like you can go to the hill by yourself, but I mean like how long are you gonna stay there and like really put an effort into?
I don't know, dude. One thing that I noticed when it comes to like going to the gym, I really enjoy working out solo.
Yeah, I enjoy skating.
I don't know, like I
enjoy
more
skating solo.
Focus,
but
no distractions.
For me, like lifting, I know how lifting works. I know it's a game of numbers, you know.
Yeah.
It's you can progress your lifting game just by manipulating sets, reps, weights.
Yeah, but also but as far as technique goes, like if you're not performing well, like you need to clean up your technique. You got to play with a little bit different things. I mean, I'm always trying to get a little bit more efficient every single time.
Yeah,
and that's I don't know.
But for the most part, like
I guess it's all intrinsic. You can't notice that with anybody else.
I don't have big form issues in the gym, but I definitely want to be stronger, and it's a lot easier to like say I need to push this number rather than the number I used to do, than it is to say like I need to get these slides.
Yeah,
and like have a whole different beast. Like have nobody there to be competing with. It definitely just like somebody around helps me push a lot harder. Yeah. And like if I'm like slacklining and I want to get a cool move, like
dude, I want to go slacklining. What are you doing today?
I get bored by myself. I'd be down to slackline.
I'd be down to slackline right after this.
Oh, I'd be down.
Okay, we'll go slackline. But having a group of two guys with me makes it so much more fun. Like slacklining by myself, I'm not as motivated to like try things, but like
I've been going to the gym for a long time solo. Pretty much since I started, I've been going solo. Like I run into people and everything like that, and I've made a lot of strides in my lifting game going by myself and just like persevering and pushing through it and trying to, get the most out of my lifts that I can. This last week, 2 weeks ago maybe, I went to the gym with my friend Dan after work. We were just at work one day and talking about going to the gym after. I was like, you know what? Gold has got a free 7-day trial. I might as well go with you, see what you can do. I figured I could learn a lot just by watching him. And the amount that I gained from just like going with someone else and seeing what they can do just has pushed me so much farther. And it has made me so much more confident going to the gym and stuff like that. And it really comes down to like, I just having someone else there to like reaffirm and help, like almost support
absolutely.
It just adds so much.
I do 90% of my lifting on my own, but like I lift with Eric probably like
every like
2 weeks I probably do that, and like I'll say like this is like my goal, and like we usually don't do the same workout, but I'll be like, hey man, I need a spot, like hey man, watch my form. And that's really helpful to me.
Or just the typical, just yell at me during this one.
Yeah.
Just keep me going.
Yeah, that helps me so much. And like, I did a conditioning circuit. I had Eric kind of like holding me accountable for finishing it in the time that I really could finish
That was a bad workout. I mean, that was Not bad isn't like negative side effect, but that was a hard workout.
It was hard,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was hard.
And like, I needed someone telling me I was a little weenie boy to keep me pushing through it.
Dude, that was such a like a easy way to fix that kind of doing over there.
Yeah, it's
a little
Nice.
better.
Yeah, that looks good.
I would still make that
That
top
bottom one.
hole a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Um,
Both of them actually.
but definitely better.
I like that. See that the bottom edge of that B that you're on right now,
Yeah.
compared to like the left baseline, the vertical line. I feel like it should on the B. Go to
You
the B.
feel a match up with that?
Go to the B. It's vertical line. I feel like it should be like nearly as thick.
Oh,
Yeah.
as thick as the back line?
Yeah.
I would agree with
But
that.
they wouldn't work just because of the amount of space you're working with. You know what I mean?
You can't bring that up. Just make the hole smaller.
If I make the hole smaller, that'll make this thicker. And I think this
You can't
and
just make
this
it.
matching will do more than these matching this.
Can you scoot the hole upwards?
Yeah,
shift
I'm,
it? Yeah.
I'm about to do that again. What I did with the top one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to flatten out that bottom radius,
Yeah.
and then when you shift it up, so it matches.
But if I change the scale of these, it will throw it off like that.
Oh yeah, because it's. I know what you're talking about. It's mathematical points. It's not just like moving
Well,
around.
it's just like how much space you have.
Yeah.
That looks
Like
good.
if you like that's probably the best I can make it right there.
That looks good.
Yeah, because if you try and get this thickness to match here and everything, then it will make this huge.
Right, right.
Or it'll just make that inner curve not match at all.
Yeah, I see exactly.
It's
what you're
just
talking about.
the person who was coming up with a style just did
Weird thing.
kind of weird.
Yeah. So yeah, we're in the middle of making a few edits on that logo and on that text that's lying under the logo.
That top corner again, though. You can still see it. I mean, the bottom corner. I mean, the very middle. Remember those edits?
Oh, this is a completely different file.
Oh, okay. So you still have to change that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through and I think I'm gonna change each one individually through the three.
Cool.
But
Yeah, but I'm excited for where this logo's going. We're gonna be slapping this down on some shirts and some stickers soon. Business cards. We'll have everything you could ever dream of. Meet robots.
I want to meet robots headband.
yeah.
Sweatband.
That'd be cool.
Get a bunch of plain ones. What do you think, guys? Trying to figure out how much time you got left for the podcast. How long do you make these things?
Yeah, we used to do like 45 minutes to an hour, but lately we've been doing like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And they've been getting a little bit better responses as far as like listenership.
Yeah, I mean everybody has ADD nowadays, so you gotta kind of pander to that.
Yeah. I mean, when we start.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know, let's wrap it up. You want
Yeah.
to wrap it up, get that file saved and go Slackline a little bit?
Yeah, let's do that. Thanks for chatting with us, Zane.
Yeah,
Pleasure to have you on the cast.
We'll do it again soon.
All right. Make sure you all check us out on our social medias. We'll put those in the description. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
Word. How long did it end up being?